May 17, 2004, Massachusetts was the first state to legalize same-sex marriage through the Supreme Judicial Court, and it was the sixth jurisdiction in the world. Throughout the years, the rainbow-colored flag for the homosexuals has gotten more recognition and popularity. We see the rainbow-colored flag more often than we used to 10 years ago, and with time, people have accepted the homosexual community more into our society, and homosexuals has become a norm for us. With the development, we have accepted homosexual couples to get married in more than one state, but not for the purpose of what marriage is, but for the purpose of equal rights. My opponent wants to legalize same-sex marriage nationally due to equal rights, and I'm going to prove that same-sex marriage is more than just equal rights. In the early years, being gay and lesbian was not as normal as it is today. With long-time exposure to gay and lesbian relations, people in the United States has morally accepted the relations between same sex. According to a Gallup survey in May 14, 2012, the majority of gay and lesbian relations from 2001 to 2012 has changed from being morally wrong to being morally accepted by the majority of the American adults. With the majority changing for the better to the gay and lesbian people, more states in the USA has legalized same-sex marriage. The legalization of gay and lesbian marriage are growing throughout the different states. Making same-sex nationally legalized can have a negative outcome on the welfare of the next generation. According to the Family Research Council's webpage on the article titled 10 Arguments from Social Science Against Same-Sex Marriage, Argument 7 says, countries that already has legalized same-sex marriage has a drop rate in their fertility rate, which gives the countries as Netherlands, Sweden, and Canada a birth rate around 1.6 child per woman, while there used to be 2.1 before legalizing same-sex marriage. Legalizing same-sex marriage will not have any benefits to a child grown and raised by parents that are gay or lesbian. They will more likely grow up to have a homoerotic relationships. That shows in a study made by Judith Stacy, a sociologist and advocate for same-sex civil marriage. She found out that gay lesbian parenting may free daughters and sons from a broad but uneven range of traditional gender perceptions. The conclusion comes from her studies that shows girls with gay parents are more masculine and boys with lesbian parents are less masculine. However, many believe that these statements are not true due to many different studies made about children raised by gay and lesbian parents. But sociologist Stephen Nock of the University of Virginia concludes, through this analysis, I draw my conclusion that 1. All articles I have received contain at least one fatal flaw or design of execution, and 2. Not a single one of the studies was conducted according to the general accepted standard of scientific research. And having a vitro fertilization or a surrogate mother is also an option to raise a child in a gay and lesbian family. However, a study made by Carl Pruitt, who is the author of the book called Broadway Books from 2001 and is page 204, is found out that children with lesbian mothers is often asking about their biological dads. They would often ask questions as followed. Mommy, what did you do with my daddy? Or can I write him a letter? So legalizing same-sex marriage is not equal rights. It's not about equal rights, but it's about the fact that it is the start of new life between two individuals who wants to create and evolve. As Barack Obama once said, I believe marriage is between a man and a woman and I'm not in a favor of gay marriage. However, when you start playing around with Constitution just to prohibit somebody who cares about another person, it just seems to me that it's not what America is about. Usually, our Constitution expands liberties; they don't contract them. Therefore, I want you to vote no for legalizing same-sex marriage nationally. And there will now be 2 minutes questioning from my audience, if any questions. And this is my audience. Any questions?
So, when was Obama? When was that statement from Obama last I guess revealed or said? Do you know?
Well, I've found a statement with no date, so I would say in the early years of his presidential. Um, since now that he's starting to bend over and start saying he wants to legalize same-sex marriage and he's not having anything against it anymore. Therefore, I would assume that it is in the first 4 years of his time when he was a president, when he's a president.
Oh. Okay. Also, even though we're talking about nationally legalizing same-sex marriage, what kind of effect do you think it would have on the in the global, I guess, view? If well, let's say if United States legalized it, how would the world react? Do you think they would follow suit, or let's say if U.S. Stroke the bill down, how would the world react? Is what I'm trying to ask.
Well, I think
in your opinion,
as USA being always been a big brother for all the other countries, many countries has looked up to and followed. I know from my own opinion, Denmark is doing a lot as USA are doing right now. They will follow and they will do as they do, because when USA legalizes it, they will say, oh, we have such a huge superpower of a country legalizing it, therefore we can also do it. And that's why it will have a good effect on not legalizing it, so the rest of the world can follow and say they don't want to legalize it, therefore we don't want to legalize it.
All right, thank you.